This is Mosquito Gap Falls. It's usually much smaller, but it was downpouring all night last night, raining all day yesterday. I camped just down the road from here. We were gonna head over to do the Eagle Rock Loop, but there's a couple other spots I want to check out on the way in. Let's go check them out. Here we are at Crooked Creek Falls. And in case you're wondering, right next to the falls here, and all up and down this road, there are backcountry campsites all over the place. So I had a little trouble finding one last night because it was dark out. It was really foggy, almost too foggy to see the road, and it was downpouring. So I had a little trouble, but made it. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Eagle Rock Loop. Just starting off, that was the Little Missouri River we just crossed there. I'm on the trailhead that's on the northwestern corner of the Eagle Rock Loop. There's a little dirt parking lot here and nothing else. Whoa. Starting off with a pretty steep climb. So the Eagle Rock Loop is the longest loop in Arkansas, longest loop trail, and it is 25 miles long, which is not very long. But we are going to do this in 3 days. It is a very mild 45-50 degrees. I'm not sure exactly. I have no connection out here, and I didn't bring my thermometer. It has been very rainy and gloomy the past couple of days. It's supposed to thunderstorm later today, so I think today will probably be the short day. Maybe do 5 or 6 miles, and then we'll do 9 or 10 the next 2 days. But it's not raining right now. It's quieted down. Driving here last night was insanity. There was wind gusts. Well, you saw me last week at Magazine Mountain. The winds were insane, blowing all over the place. And then it started to rain. It was downpouring to where I could only go like 15-20 miles an hour on the road. And then came the fog. The fog rolled in, and I literally could not see the road at all. I was just relying on the red headlights in front of me. It was crazy. But now that I'm up here on the mountain, look around, it's kind of surreal with the clouds. like a dead silence. Only thing I can hear is the sound of water dripping from the trees. It's so still and quiet. The birds aren't chirping. The wind's not blowing. Not a creature is stirring, not even a mouse. Except for Joe from Hab Trail Backpacking. Stirring up the trails. Ladies and gentlemen, our first overlook of the trip. Whoa. A woodpecker. That looked like an epic viewpoint. If you could see anything. I mean, it was a pretty good viewpoint, even though you couldn't see anything, but I hope all of them aren't like that. I hope we can see something. We have come to a game called Cross the River without getting your shoes wet. This is Straight Creek. So, coming down that first big hill, you go up and then you come way down. There's a whole bunch of campsites down here next to Straight Creek. Some of which are directly on the trail. Just notice you're supposed to build campsites at least 100 feet from the trail. Just, you know, just so you know. 100 feet. 100 feet, not on the trail. Not on the trail. Alright. Halfway. What do you think? Over there? I think we can over here. Almost to the top. So here's the top of this is McKinley Mountain. This isn't the top. This is actually the saddle. So McKinley Mountain is a long, skinny mountain. You can look off this way. And then over here, the trail, we came up this way, and it goes off that way. McKinley Mountain, the top of it is just over there, beyond those trees. And we're in the saddle, because there's another peak just over there. The saddle is like the in-between point between two mountain peaks. up here on Long Creek. There are a number of campsites scattered around the creek here, just off the trail. Alright, here we go, Long Creek crossing. This side over here is kind of cute too. It's with all this moss on the ground and a couple campsites. Another creek running in for Long Creek. Oh, this looks like where the Terminator came in. Found a nice little campsite here. It's starting to rain, and I'm 5 miles in, so I think I'm gonna set up camp, and then I'll show you around. Camp is all set up. My MSR Hubba Hubba is all set up. My bed is all set up. I took my regulation 5-minute lay down. And now I think I'm gonna go fill up my water and get all stocked up on water before it starts downpouring and stuff. So let's go check it out. There's a pretty cool creek right over here. So this is right outside the front of my tent. Absolutely beautiful. And not only that, but then we have this big green monster here. Oh. That is almost a sheer cliff. But there's still moss and trees and everything growing all over it. The camera probably doesn't do it justice, but that is straight up and down. Probably like 80 to 100 feet high. Very cool. I found this little collar thing on Amazon for the Sawyer squeeze. It was only like $2.50 or something like that. I don't remember. It screws onto the end here, and then it's threaded for most water bottles. So you can, instead of having to like hold it above the water bottle, you can screw it directly on there. I am setting up some lunch here. I got a tuna sensation packet. It is about 1:30. So yeah, gonna have some lunch and just kind of hang out. I got a little treat for later too. Alrighty folks, and the adventure continues. So, I had a little lunch. I laid down, took a little snooze for about an hour and a half, and I woke up and the sun was shining, everything had dried out, and it's a beautiful day again. So I packed up we're heading out. We're gonna put in a couple more miles. Supposed to start thunderstorming, but instead it cleared up, and it's a beautiful day. Awesome. Alright, I'm climbing up the biggest, steepest climb of the trip. It goes up about 800 feet in about a mile and a quarter. Super steep. Long climb. I'm only about halfway up. And I quit. I'm just kidding. This is rough. Oh my gosh, look at these views I'm starting to get. Amazing. Almost getting close to the top. Getting there. Alrighty, here we have it, the saddle of Brushy Mountain. There's a little campsite here on the trail again. And there's another trail here that goes up to the top of Brushy Mountain. But that's another quarter to a half a mile, just as steep as what I was just doing. So I think we're going to skip that. Sorry. And we're going to start heading down the other side. It is gorgeous up here. The sun's shining through. We got these purple, I don't even know what they are, lavender flowers over there. Gorgeous, gorgeous spot. I don't know what's up with these cut down trees, but this is what we all came for. Ooh. Alright folks, I found a campsite right next to the creek here. As you can hear, there's actually kind of a cool waterfall right here. I'll have to show you in the morning, but it's dark now. I have my tent set up, my bed set up, and I'm boiling some water for dinner. Yeah, dark kind of crept up on me quick, so I couldn't really film it. I had to get set up. For dinner, I'm gonna have this chicken Alfredo pasta from Peak Refill. Anyway, I have some dinner and then I'm gonna head to bed. I will see you in the morning. It's a little dark, sorry. But I forgot one thing. Remember I said earlier that I had a treat for today? I got a flask. A camping flask with some Johnny Walker Red Label in it. I can take a swig after dinner here. That was pretty good. It was Peak Refuel Chicken Fettuccine Alfredo. And it was really good. I loved fettuccine Alfredo. And that was pretty good. Cheers. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a beautiful morning today. A little chilly. It is about 8 o'clock. I'm just finishing up my maple brown sugar oatmeal for breakfast, and then I'm gonna pack up and head on the trail for the day. Try to get at least 10 miles in today. 10 to 12, that's kind of what I'm aiming for. All right, well, let's get going. I almost forgot before I tear down my tent to show you around my camp. There's a fire pit right over there. It's pretty much right up the trail. The trail's right there. And there's a fire pit, and then I'm over here in my tent. Right on the edge here. And then over here, we have a beautiful little waterfall thing. This thing is rushing and keeping me nice and cozy in my bed all night long. A beautiful little bench here to sit on to soak your feet or get water. Perfect. It's a great little campsite. Alright, it is 8:30. Here's where my tent was. Left nothing behind but footprints. Let's go. Favorite thing about the Superior Hiking Trail was always the rushing streams and creeks. But down here they seem to have a lot more of them. Except here there isn't thousands of people on the trail. But Superior Hiking Trail has always been my home trail. But I haven't really been on it much in the last couple of years because it's just become too crowded. You never get a campsite to yourself. You're always with 3 or 4 other groups. Constantly passing people on the trail. You just don't get that solitude that you're really looking for when you come out to do something like this. At least for me. And we got yet another crossing. And this one doesn't look... Oh, I bet I can cross the rocks down there. Oh, you know, I can probably cross right there. Alright, come along with me. Join in the adventure. Ugh. Let's aim me down a little bit. Big one. Ah, there we go. This is literally water crossing after water crossing. Check out these gorgeous little waterfalls over here. Over the moss. That's awesome. gorgeous, gorgeous area. Everything's covered in moss. Here we go, folks. Here's a spring. And that's where those waterfalls are coming from. Pretty cool. Right on the trail too, huh? Just stopped to take a quick five. I just wanted to mention I notice a lot, you guys have probably noticed this too, but my microphone comes into frame every now and then. And I've tried various ways to solve that, but I think I found the solution, and it's this little thing. I bought it on Amazon for like $5. It's just an extension, so it'll hold the microphone just a little bit, about 1.25 inches further away from the camera than it did before. So honestly, I don't even know if it's working yet. You guys probably do because you've watched half the video already. But this is my first time trying it. We'll see if that helps the problem. Alright. Across this one. Then I got some news. Actually, I just ran into somebody. They came across this water going the opposite direction. He said in about a mile, there's about a knee-deep water crossing, which I can handle that. But then he said about a half mile after that, there's another water crossing that is about waist deep, and the water is moving really fast. So, yeah. Some gorgeous views. Again, this is Biles Branch Creek. And it will be emptying into the Little Missouri River up here in like a mile or so. Alright, just crossed Biles Branch again. Look at this wall over here. All the striations. Alright, here's the first of the 2 crossings he was warning me about. He said this is the knee-deep one, but it's a long distance. Alright, doesn't look too bad. Let's go. I'm bringing you with me. I am not coming back for the camera for this one. Ooh. Nice and chilly. Straight across, there's this little sandbar, this rock bar in the middle. Oh yeah, rough on the feet. Alright. I'm just gonna follow this down to the shallow area over here. Whew, this is a long one. Oh, sharp rock. Oh, right in the arch. All right. Never ceases to amaze me does someone get a fridge out here? Seriously, how? And what's inside? Ew. Clay Nielsen on YouTube. Go check him out, folks. Check this out. Wow. Pretty cool. Oh, this is just a gorgeous area. I love this. The dreaded water crossing. So it looks mostly shallow, but then on the far side over there, there's a deep section. It looks like it's gonna go up to about my waist. Judging by the people coming out of here and the water on their pants. Let's do it. Alright, so I'm gonna go slow. It's a little shallower over here. Yeah, kind of like right there. Very slippery. Alright folks, that was an intense water crossing. I tried to capture it the best I could, but again, I wasn't gonna walk back and forth across that. Check this out behind me. Whoa. So that's the Little Missouri River. There was another horse trail that went and crossed like right over there. I thought about abandoning this crossing, going to check that one out, but we're all right. We're probably gonna have to cross this river 2 more times, I believe. So, I came across 2 other. There was kind of a lot of people at that crossing. There was a group of 6 that had just finished crossing, headed the opposite way I was going, and then there was 2 guys also going the opposite direction. And they were just getting ready to cross when I finished. And they were being goofy, talking about how they had no map, they had no idea where they were. So I had to show them on my map where they were. And they were like, oh, okay. And then he said this is his friend's first time ever backpacking. And I'm thinking, you guys didn't bring a map on this trail? Oh. Ay, 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 some people. Anyway, I wish them well. I hope they have a good time. They made it across the water. Apparently I gave the guy hopes, because the guy that was his first time backpacking didn't have any like water shoes or anything. Which everyone out here seems to have some Crocs or some water shoes to go across the rivers. And I didn't bring anything like that. I've just been doing it barefoot. I got some pretty tough feet. But yeah, when that guy, that new backpacker, saw me come out bare feet, he said it gave him a little hope. Anyway, moving on. It's about 11 o'clock. We're about 12 and a half miles in. Continuing the adventure. Here we go. Awesome view. Beautiful. Little Missouri River. Water crossing again. Hopefully that's the last time we have to do that, but I almost guarantee it's not. Because my feet are starting to get worn out from stepping on all these rocks. Alright folks, found a nice little campsite here. Happens to be right at our 15-mile mark. So we are 15 miles in, and it is 12:30. I'm gonna stop here and have like half an hour or so for lunch. Got some PB&Js or some tuna fish sandwiches. Probably gonna go for some PB&Js today. This is kind of cool. There's a vine here that breaks into two branches, and then those two branches curl up together. Crazy. It looks like people have carved their initials into it as well. That's pretty cool. The wonders of nature. Here we get a clear view. Oh, I see a road down there. More viewpoints. Awesome. This is a very picturesque area. The mossy trees, the white rocks. Through that, it was just a day area, so it's a bunch of picnic tables, a picnic area, some bathrooms. That was about it. And then a little further down the trail, you kind of get, I'm kind of getting sandwiched here between this cliff wall and the Little Missouri River. Just beautiful. Another odd thing to find out here in the wilderness. Just a clear patch of grass. Isn't that weird? It's almost like someone came out here and mowed it. And speaking of weird things, seeing weird things in the woods, be sure to check me out in a few weeks. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to come out, but about 2 weeks from when this video comes out, I will be in Missouri on the Ozark Trail for April 8th. Is the total solar eclipse. So I will be on the Ozark Trail during the total solar eclipse trying to catch a peek of that. Here we are, crossing the Missouri River once again. This time shoes off, 'cause check this out. Right, we are coming up on our 22nd mile, and one of the best top attractions on the trail, Little Missouri Falls. Hope I don't have to do a water crossing here. Beautiful set of cascades. All right, that's it for the falls. This is the Little Missouri Falls trailhead. There's a little tourist stop here. We're just going to be passing that by. Another one of those fields. Very interesting. I just walked over there and it's really soft ground, like it's plowed or tilled. Although there's a big pile of rocks right there. I don't know how they could till or plow it. It even has like a circle ring to it right here. See that? What is this? If you know, please let me know in the comments. I really want to know what these little fields are for, or what the deal is. Just happened. I went through my last 2 water crossings. When I got there, I was like, I only have a mile left out to the car, so I just said screw it, and I went through with my shoes on. So now my shoes and socks are sopping wet. I have dry shoes. I have changed the clothes in the car, so it's all good. 1 mile to go. Other thing, when I crossed at that crossing, I passed these 6 guys that started at the same time as me. And then, so earlier today, I passed a couple of hikers, and I talked to them shortly about one of the water crossings coming up, that deep one that went up almost to my waist. So I talked to them right before that, and then I just passed them again. So they made it all the way around half the trail, and I made it all the way around half the trail. And we passed each other twice, going opposite directions. Isn't that crazy? Crazy. Beautiful golden light shining on the trees over there. Gorgeous. Alrighty folks, so I made it back to the car and another hike completed. I'm really happy with doing 16.5 miles. I'm gonna spend the night here in the car. So what I have is, first of all, this is a Ford Edge, 2015 Ford Edge. So in the back here, I haven't really done anything to the car, so I haven't really made any like modifications, any builds or anything. But I have a bed here. It's got air mattress that I found on Amazon. I'm not even sure the brand or anything, but. And then the other side, I have my backpack that I leave here for adventures, and then I have a duffel bag over there for spare clothes, other things that I want to bring with. I have a book in there, some snacks. I have some tools and stuff over here, an air pump for the mattress. I have my scale for my backpack. My camp stove I just used for some Chef Boyardee. I had some raviolis. I got Dinny Moore beef stew, raviolis that I could cook in my stove at any time. I have an extra canister of gas. I have these window coverings that I made from Reflectix, and then I used some fabric glue to glue the some black fabric to one side, and then you got the Reflectix on the other. So you could reverse them and have them either way you want. If you want the black facing out, or you want the Reflectix facing out. I just have a normal pillow in here. Down below the seat I have more snacks, and there's a garbage can under there that I can reach from the driver's seat. And that's about it. And then in the front seat I have a cooler that I keep sodas in. Any kind of food that I have cold. I don't have any right now, but sometimes I keep like lunch meat and cheese in there. Otherwise that's it. I'm gonna spend a nice cozy. Oh, one more thing. I also have this light, because you know the car light, you don't want to drain the battery, but I have this little light with a diffuser on it. So that's pretty cool. And it has different light settings too. So that's my campsite for tonight. Other than that, this was a pretty awesome trail. I would say I would give this 9 out of 10. Only docking at a few points because of the excessive amount of crossings, water crossings, and some of them were fairly deep. I feel like they could have chosen some better sections to cross, or made bridges or something, I don't know, but some of those were, it was like, come on. I felt like the trails weren't well designed in some places. It seemed like they just cut straight up the mountain when they could have well used some switchbacks or something and made it less strenuous. As well as I feel like erosion took place in those spots as well, because they didn't, zigzag the trail. They just made it straight up one side of the mountain. But other than that, it was like non-stop views. The first day there wasn't that many great views. There was a few great views, but the second day today, it was non-stop, just constant gorgeous views all over the place. It was awesome. That might have been what kept me going, was the gorgeous views. But I tell you, I'm not even feeling bad or terrible or anything. I could probably do another mile if I had to. I'm not going to. But yeah, I had a great time, and this was a great trail down here at the Eagle Rock Loop in Arkansas. Thank you guys for joining me, and I hope to see you next week here on Happy Trail Backpacking.